All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Kakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect of Israel out there that's pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. All right, this lesson is inspired because, I just restocked on some herbs. I got ashwagandha, I got red Chinese ginseng, I got ginkgo, and then I also got maca. All right, and I'm going to talk about them, the benefits of them, get some scriptures on them, and why these are my go-to. And I'm going to talk about them in hopes of brothers, inspire brothers to get a little bit healthier. These things weren't cheap either. They're about 12 to 15 bucks each. And that just 4 tinctures adds up to be a little over 50 bucks, a little under 60 bucks, but it's an investment in your own health. All right. Um, Another thing too, I want to mention, whenever you get into the herbs, um, they're not like Esau's drugs. You're not going to notice an instant, or yeah, you're not going to notice like an instant relief or an instant change. Herbs are to um, promote a healthy lifestyle or enhance a healthy lifestyle. So if you want the best, uh, um, uh, best out of the herbs, you got to change your lifestyle. All right, and matter of fact, the more healthier you are, the more difference you're gonna notice whenever you take, an herb. So like the best thing to do, or the is to take them on an empty stomach, especially first thing in the morning, on an empty stomach, because that's when you're gonna feel it the most. Um, but if you're eating, sugar and drinking alcohol, you're not gonna notice as much of a difference if you're living it. If you're cleaner on your insides. Um, and the more I talk about them, the more you're gonna understand why. But I got scriptures, talking about herbs. Um, Genesis 1:29, and the Most High said, "Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat." All right. So every herb, with seeds, it shall be for meat. Um, Nourishment. All right. This the source. Right here, nourishment. That's another word for meat. That's what it's meaning in this verse. Genesis 9:3. Every moving thing that liveth shall be for meat or nourishment for you, even as the green herb have I given you all things. Right. Ezekiel 47:12. And by the river upon the bank thereof, on this side and on that side, so both sides of the river, shall grow all trees for meat or nourishment, whose leaf shall not fade, neither shall the fruit thereof be uh, neither shall the fruit thereof be consumed. Now that doesn't mean we're not supposed to consume it. It means it won't be consumed away, meaning diminished. All right, but yes, you are supposed to consume, meaning eat the fruit. It shall bring forth new fruit according to his mother. All right, so that's the point. It's not going to be consumed because it's going to replenish itself, because their waters they issued out of the sanctuary, and the fruit thereof shall be for meat or nourishment, and the leaf thereof for medicine. All right, let's go to that word medicine. Um, yeah, the science. Another word for science is knowledge. The knowledge or practice of the diagnosis, treatment, and prevention of disease. So, the Most High created, these herbs, uh, for us to, get understanding and practice to prevent diseases. All right. Uh, and, the Apostle Gabar, he always goes into, that word disease. Disease just means that your body is not at ease. So if you feel uncomfortable in any part of your body, you got to look into that. You got to look at your diet, see, what you might have ate or not have eaten. If you have a deficiency or if you've over compensated in one part of your diet, you got to take it into evaluation. The scriptures say, "Let all things be done decently and in order." 1 Corinthians 14 and 40, it says, "Let all things be done decently in order." All right, and that includes your diet. All right, you got to have a well-balanced diet. Ezekiel 4 and 9. Oh yeah, I also wanted to make a point. Riverbanks, that's where all the nutrients are. That's where, like Esau, his definition of bank is, where all the money is stored. But really, riverbanks are the real banks, because that's where you can find all the nourishment, good fruits. That's where gold and minerals end up, is on those riverbanks. They call it deposits, bank deposits, like riverbank deposits, yeah, river deposits. See, and Esau calls, bank deposits, where you deposit money and store it. But river deposits is where, Mother Nature, uh, stores, um, its money, for lack of better words, you know. But yeah, that's where, um, these are where, these pockets or deposits are where, natural resources end up. You know, that's where you can find iron, gold, silver, and all other type of minerals. Um, yeah, I just wanted to make that quick point. Take thou also unto the wheat and barley and beans and lentils and millet. Let's see, what is millet? Fast-growing cereal plant that is widely grown in warm countries and regions with poor soils. The numerous small seeds are used to make flour or alcoholic drinks. Yeah, there's different millet. Okay, that's the Fitch's. I haven't heard of this one. Let's look up. Let's see. Let's go to the Blue Letter Bible. See what Fitch is. Cause I have a feeling that that's like a old word. If I Google it, nothing will pop up. It's in Ezekiel 4 and 9. Spelt a wheat-like crop planted and harvested in the fall or spring. Okay, so it's another type of wheat. But yeah, that's pretty much the point. Is it's this one is listing all different types of grains, and put them in one vessel, and make thee bread thereof, according to the number of the days that thou shalt lie upon thy side. 390. Okay, that's when the Lord was giving instructions to Ezekiel. All right, I'll grab this one, and this will be the last one, and then I'm going to talk about the herbs that I always get. Genesis 1 and 11, and the Most High said, "Let the earth bring forth grass and herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth." And it was so. All right. So the Most High created, these herbs to, replenish itself and to, give life to us, man. Meat, nourishment. But all right, let's go into these herbs. This one's ashwagandha. Yeah, 12 proven benefits of ashwagandha. So I'm gonna start talking about ashwagandha, and then the benefits of it. Let's see. I'm just gonna read the bullet points. It's an ancient medicinal herb. No shit. It has been used for over 3,000 years to relieve stress, increase energy levels, and improve concentration. Yeah, that's another thing too. Whenever you go into these herbs, you're gonna realize that it has a chain reaction to, uh, you know, benefit your body and your mind. Right now, it mainly reduces stress. Right, and that's like one of its main benefits. It like directly attacks or reduces cortisol levels. All right, and by doing so, whenever you're less stressed, you're going to naturally feel more energized because stress or high cortisol levels, you know, wears and tears on you, and you lose energy. So naturally, just by reducing stress, you're going to have increased energy levels, and your concentration isn't going to improve naturally, just because your stress is relieved. And that's the thing with all herbs. They help one thing, but it causes a chain reaction. That's why I say these herbs are, it promotes a healthy lifestyle. You know, once you start taking it, it's kind of like, well, I'm eating healthy, but I'm not seeing results, so I got to change. I got to exercise more, or vice versa. If you're exercising and not seeing results, you got to change your diet. Exercise and diet go hand in hand. You know, you can't just expect one uh, um, uh, healthy change in your routine to take care of all the shitty mistakes that you make, so to speak. It can reduce blood sugar levels. In several studies, ashwagandha has been shown to lower blood sugar levels. One test tube study found that it increased insulin secretion and improved insulin sensitivity in muscle cells. All right, and that's a huge thing for people with diabetes, as it says in this next sentence. Also, several human studies have suggested that it can reduce blood sugar levels in both healthy people and those with diabetes. Additionally, in a 4-week study in people with schizophrenia, those treated with ashwagandha had an average reduction in fasting blood sugar levels of this dosage compared with a lower dosage in those who received a placebo. Um, so that's crazy. Yeah, but insulin levels, yeah, that's a huge thing for people with diabetes. All right, um, or people, if you have a problem with eating sugar, all right, because that's where diabetes comes from. You uh, uh, overindulge in sugar. Ironically, as these Pepsi ads are on the screen. Um, but yeah, another thing that helps is fasting. So if you have a hard time, you know, uh, fasting for 24 hours, hey, get some ashwagandha in you before you start a fast. Because another, huge thing that, increases insulin secretion is fasting. Because whenever, you get that craving of hunger, it's a certain chemical is released to help break down the food which you're about to eat. But whenever your body doesn't get anything to eat, that craving goes away because that chemical that gets released to break down the fat, the food, I should say, it gets turned into insulin because there's no food to break down. So your body will naturally secrete insulin as long as you don't, feed yourself. And it breaks down, the fat and the sugars that are already, or the sugars that are stored as fat in your body. All right. So, point being, if you have a hard time fasting or have a hard time quitting sugar, hey, ashwagandha is, it'll help. Um, might have anti-cancer properties. Of course, anything green, has anti-cancer properties, and also a number one cause of cancer is these fucking carcinogens, which are sugar or sugar substitutes, also alcohol. Um, I've noticed, in my personal family, hey, there's a come from a line of heavy drinkers, and it's no coincidence that in my family there are cancer. Uh, there's also cancer in my family. So, um, so cut out anything that's bad for you and increase, what's good for you. Can reduce cortisol levels. All right, and that goes into stress relief. May help reduce stress and anxiety. All right, kind of saying the same thing over and over. May reduce symptoms of depression. All right, although it hasn't been thoroughly studied, a few studies suggest ashwagandha may help alleviate depression. In one controlled 60-day study in 64 stressed adults, those who took 600 milligrams of high concentration ashwagandha, that's a lot, extract per day reported a 79% reduction in severe depression. That's a big ass percentage. That's a high ass dosage. Let me check and see how much I have. Let's see what I have per tincture is like 1 milliliter. So what's a milliliter? 2 milligram. 1 milligram equals, oh, so hold on. Oh, okay, that's not a high dosage then, because it suggests 30 drops, which is 1 milliliter, and that's about, and 600 milligrams is almost half that. So really, that's not a high dosage. So that's insane. That 600 milligram, well, it says also of high concentration ashwagandha. So, that high concentration might be equivalent to, what I take, which is 1 milliliter. But yeah, that's crazy. 79% reduction of severe depression. So if you take this for 60 days and make it a habit, you're going to see a 79% reduction in depression. That's crazy. And then also it says while the placebo group reported a 10% increase. So that's another, even though the placebo group only experienced a 10%, oh, it says increase. Okay. Wow. 10% increase in depression. That's crazy. However, only one of the participants in this study had a history of depression. For this reason, the relevance of the results is unclear. Well, okay. But, hey, point of the matter is it does reduce stress, and depression are kind of coexist. Whenever you experience one, you're going to experience the other. So if you do reduce stress, you're going to reduce depression. Can boost testosterone and increase fertility in men. Yeah, because also whenever you reduce stress, testosterone increases. And testosterone is that hormone in a man's body that gets you fucking jacked. It gets you yoked, man. There's a bunch of studies on testosterone and working out. Yeah, it burns fat and increases muscle, which goes hand in hand with this one. May increase muscle mass and strength. Research has shown that ashwagandha may improve body composition and increase strength. In a study to determine a safe and effective dosage for ashwagandha, healthy men who took 750 to 1250 milligrams of pulverized ashwagandha root per day gained muscle strength after 30 days. So, all these studies are, over 30 to 60 days, which shows that it takes a habit for these things to really come into full effect. All right? You're not just going to take it and then all of a sudden you're going to get yoked, day one. This is over 30-day period. The depression was over 60 days. So that's why it's a key thing to have a healthy lifestyle to go with these herbs. Let's see, may reduce inflammation. Yeah, anything green, herbs will reduce inflammation. may lower cholesterol and triglycerides. I don't know what triglycerides are. Three fatty acid groups are the main constitution of natural fats and oils in high concentrations in the blood, indicating an elevated risk of stroke. Okay. So these triglycerides, that's the word, triglycerides. Okay. In addition to its anti-inflammatory effects, ashwagandha may help improve heart health by reducing cholesterol and triglycerides levels. Animal studies have found that it significantly decreases levels of these blood fats. Yeah, so you'll have less clogged arteries, right? Which means your cardiovascular system is going to run well. It's over time too, because this is a 60-day study in chronically stressed adults. The group taking the highest dosage of standardized ashwagandha extract experienced a 17% decrease in bad cholesterol and 11% decrease in triglycerides on average. It may improve brain function, including memory. Yeah, because whenever you're less stressed, you're going to have more clearer thoughts. It's just, I'm trying to speed this up. Is safe for most people and widely available. Yeah, because it's a plant. It's not mixed with any harmful chemicals that will give you side effects. Let's move on to ginseng. 7 proven health benefits of ginseng. I'm going to try to go through these quick. And then, also keep in mind whenever you stack these or take all of them, together, you're gonna see compound effects. Because ashwagandha focuses on stress relief and has a compound effect through mental clarity, give you energy, so on and so forth. Ginseng, it's really close related to ginger. So if you already know the effects of ginger, how it has antioxidant properties and also good for your cardiovascular system. Ginseng does the same thing. Potent antioxidant that may reduce inflammation. Again, anything green and or an herb root, they all have inflammation or reduce inflammation properties and antioxidants. But this one especially, ginseng has beneficial antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties. Some test tube studies have shown that ginseng extracts and ginsenoside compounds could inhibit inflammation and increase antioxidant capacity in cells. Hey, chill out, sit. Sorry, my dog howls every time he hears sirens. Sounds like a wolf. But Salakia, getting back to this article, let's just go to the bullet points. May benefit brain function. Ginseng could help improve brain functions like memory, behavior, and mood. Let's see. However, these benefits stop being significant after 8 weeks, suggesting that ginseng effects might decrease with extended use. So you might build up a tolerance to ginseng. So, but also, there's a plateau effect too. You can't be over healthy. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, like bodybuilders, for instance, you can only reach a physical plateau. You can only gain so much muscle, then you start to plateau. So same thing with ginseng, I guess is what it's saying right here. Another study examined how single doses of either 2 or 400 milligrams of Panax ginseng affected mental performance, mental fatigue, and blood sugar levels in 30 healthy adults before and after a 10-minute mental test. Let's see. So, it helps with mental clarity. Could improve erectile dysfunction, right? Because it's a it boosts your testosterone, gets your energy going. Um, just like ashwagandha. So whenever you take them together, you really notice a difference. And ashwagandha, relieves stress, and that's how it boosts testosterone. But this one, uh, um, targets your blood system, your your vascular system. Right here it says it seems that compounds in it may protect against oxidative stress in blood vessels and tissues in the penis and help restore normal function. Uh, so yeah, it targets your blood system. So taking those two together, man, it really, you can tell a difference. Additionally, studies have shown that ginseng may promote the production of nitric oxide, a compound that improves muscle relaxation in the penis and increases blood circulation. You know, so it increases blood circulation. So that's how it boosts testosterone. It may boost the immune system, of course. Um, let's just hit the I'll try to leave the links to these articles, for you to read them yourselves. I'm trying to fly through these. May have potential benefits against cancer. Like I said, anything that reduces inflammation, reduces cancer growths or tumor growths. Also, whenever you start eating healthier, cutting sugar and alcohol out of your diet, those promote cancer. So you start eating healthier, you stop eating like shit, you're gonna, decrease the chances of getting diabetes and cancer. May fight tiredness and increase energy levels, of course. Ginseng is used in coffee, teas, herbal teas to, give you more energy. So a little bit of caffeine with the ginseng, you got energy, tons of energy for throughout the day. Um, could lower blood sugar, just like ashwagandha. But it targets, specifically a different part in your body to lower blood sugar, you know. So taking them together, really increases the chance. Easy to add to your diet. Yeah, okay, it seems like that's going to be one to all these herbs. Yeah, because you can go, I get them at a place called Sprouts, which is like off-brand Whole Foods. Um, but yeah, moving on to ginkgo, contains powerful antioxidants. Like I said, anything green or an herb will has antioxidants and anti-inflammation properties, which is the second one. Um, let's see, but this one, mainly targeting arthritis, irritable bowel disease, cancer, heart disease, and stroke. Improves circulation and heart health. So again, this one also targets, your blood system. In traditional Chinese medicine, ginkgo seeds were used to open channels of energy to different organ systems, including the kidneys, liver, brain, and lungs. Ginkgo's apparent ability to increase blood flow to various parts of the body may be the origin of many of its supposed benefits. Yeah, ginkgo is also used in different herbal teas, and provides. When I take it, I notice a more direct, clear thought, um, clarity. Whenever I take it, and with a clear mindset, you're gonna notice. You're gonna have that mental alertness and that more energetic feeling. You're gonna feel more engaged in your activities and less like brain fog. I know too. Ginkgo is also, um, yeah, right here. I'll just read this. And additional research also points to ginkgo's protective effect on heart health, brain health, and stroke prevention. Let's see. Because ginkgo, I take, yeah, here we go. Reduces symptoms of psychiatric disorders and dementia. Yeah, because that's where I feel the most direct um, effects from ginkgo is, with your mental clarity. I know it's used for people that might experience psychosis episodes. Ginkgo with, your B vitamins like B6, B12, and omega vitamins. It really helps you concentrate more. You'll feel, that's what Joe Biden needs is ginkgo and is B vitamins. You know, whatever their antipsychotic drugs, those have harmful symptoms, and you become reliant. But with herbs like ginkgo and just natural vitamins, it helps you get organized thoughts. Whenever so like for an example, whenever you start taking ginkgo, you're not going to notice a change immediately, but you're going to notice a minor change in your thought process. So you should use that to write down, get organized with your activities, so that you're not cluttered physically in your space, and cluttered mentally in your headspace. Like trying to all right, for an example, whenever you write down your activities and prepare your day on a piece of paper, you can look at that, and because now it's out of your mind, it's not in the back of your mind. You're trying to figure out which activity you need to do. You're pushing it out of your mind, and now it's clearing up that headspace so you can look at it on a piece of paper. That's what I'm trying to get at. To promote a healthy lifestyle for your headspace, you know. But it says ginkgo has been repeatedly evaluated for its ability to reduce anxiety, stress, other symptoms associated with Alzheimer's disease, and cognitive decline associated with aging. Overall research results are inconsistent in this area. Yeah, because one, everybody's different. Two, it takes it creates habits. These herbs promote habits. All right, that's the main thing that I'm trying to say here. Is these herbs aren't gonna help you immediately. They promote habits, healthy habits. With healthy like like I said in the start of this video, the more healthy you are, the more these herbs are gonna help you, and the more you're gonna feel a difference when you take these herbs. But if you're the shittier your lifestyle, the less you're gonna think, the less you're gonna feel these work. All right. But it says, let's see, it improves brain function and well-being. Right. There's some speculation that ginkgo may enhance brain function in healthy individuals. So if you're unhealthy, you're not going to notice that big of a difference. But whenever you're healthy, you're going to notice a huge difference. A handful, it's like how, they say a handful of almond nuts will give you tons of energy. Well, if you're fat and overweight and you eat a handful of almond nuts, you're not going to get, that much of a difference, because you got too much shit in your stomach that your body is already trying to get rid of. But if you're, have a clean system, and, you're cleaned out, let's say compared to somebody that just came off of a fast, and your body's, ready for that fuel, they just put in that work, and they have a clean system, and you take a handful of almond nuts and eat them, yeah, hell yeah, you're going to notice, an energy boost. Same thing with these herbs. The healthier you are, the more your body is prepared to break that down as fuel. But if you have a bunch of shit already, in your body that's not broken down, such as fat, which is, the most unhealthy part of, in people, then, it's going to have, you're not going to notice a difference. But yeah, can reduce anxiety, of course, can treat depression, of course, can support vision and eye health. I didn't know that one. One review showed that people with I don't know what this one is. Glaucoma, a condition of increased pressure within the eyeball, causing gradual loss of sight, who supplemented with ginkgo experienced increased blood flow to the eye. But this didn't necessarily translate to better vision, but it's a reduce of vision loss. So your eyes don't break down or deteriorate as quickly. So it's preserving your eyesight. So that's cool. I didn't know that one. Can treat headaches and migraines. Yeah. Another one too, if ginkgo doesn't work for you, is bacopa. It has pretty similar properties. Can improve asthma. I didn't know that one. So I guess it says indicates ginkgo may improve symptoms of asthma and other inflammatory respiratory disease like COPD. Yeah, so cool. I didn't know that one either. Reduce PMS symptoms. All right, so if your girl acting crazy when it's that time of the month, give her some ginkgo. Clear that shit up. All right, the last one, maca. This one also has maca root has traditionally been used to enhance fertility and sex drive. It's also claimed to improve energy and stamina. Yeah, so which are also benefits of ashwagandha and ginseng to improve sex drive and high energy, stamina, and testosterone. Now, look, man, you can use it as that, or you can also use it as a pre-workout, because with your blood's flowing, and you got your high testosterone and high energy. I'd take these herbs and go work out, so I'm not sitting around with a heart on. But if you do take these, and don't work out, then yeah, you should. You might experience, some some uh, sex drive. But two, it increases libido in men and women. Reduced sexual desire is a common problem among adults, and those reduced sex drive is also caused by high cortisol levels, stress, um, and inflammation. Oh, shit, I just bumped into my table, Slakia. But yeah, Mako reduces that. It may increase fertility in men. When it comes to male fertility, sperm quality and quantity is very important. There's some evidence that maca root increases men's fertility. A recent review summarized in finding of 5 small studies. It showed that maca improved semen quality in both fertile and healthy men. Both infertile and healthy men. So, yeah. One of these studies reviewed included 9 healthy men after consuming maca for 4 months. See, over 4 months. Another, long-term investment. Researchers detected an increase in the volume count and motility of sperm. What is motility? Capable of motion. So, they're swimming around, more lifelike. It may help relieve symptoms of menopause. So women that run out of eggs, take some maca. Can improve your mood, of course, reduce anxiety and symptoms of depression, particularly in menopausal women. Cool, didn't know that. Boost sports performance and energy. Like I said earlier, I take it for, to get moving around. Also if you have a high laborious job, hey, this maca, helps you get through those long days. Maca root powder is a popular supplement among bodybuilders and athletes. It has been claimed to help you gain muscle, increase strength, boost energy, and improve exercise performance. Yeah, because it helps with that blood flow, just like your ginseng. So whenever you got your blood's flowing and you moving your muscles around, that's where your blood system is a delivery system to deliver nutrients to your muscles. So, hey, if you're not moving your muscles, it's going to go to a muscle in particular, if you know what I mean. You remember down south, All right. Currently, there is no scientific evidence to confirm any benefits for muscle mass or strength. Uh, yeah, because it's hard to dissect like long-term supplements, diets into studies, scientific studies. You know, because Esau wants to see those uh, instantaneous um, results. But all these experiments are taken over weeks at a time. You know, and also if it's obvious, like if you work out over 3 weeks without an herb, you're gonna see results. So really, they should compare someone that's not taking these herbs over 3 weeks and someone that is. But they don't have a control group. But improved learning and memory, of course, less more energy, and you're more engaged into learning. So that's a no-brainer. May reduce prostate size, so reduce cancer. Um, then yeah, so if especially if you take all these together, and also you're gonna sleep better. Like I said at the beginning of the video, these have compound effects. Whenever you reduce stress, you're gonna sleep better at night. The more energy that you have during the day, the less energy you're gonna have at night, and you're gonna sleep better. And then the better sleep you have, the less stress you're gonna be the next day. So look, man, this herb is a lifestyle. Like getting into the herbs is a lifestyle. It's not just a instantaneous gratification. It's a process. But hey, you're gonna notice. You got to compare yourself. Uh, um, the next day to the last day. You're gonna notice little changes. Those little changes add up, man. Gradualism, righteous gradualism. All right. So with that, I hope this video is edifying, uplifting, exhorting to brothers to get back into that healthy lifestyle. Quit eating this shit. The eggs and potatoes are good for you, but yeah, man. Yeah, so with that, I'm gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Kakodash. So hey, get into that healthy Hebrew lifestyle. Shalom.